Hey everyone, it's gonna be my first video. You know, I've been working on this thing for 7 years. I ain't never got a video of it, so could have lots of cool videos. So I figured I'll start now, at least to, document the build as I go from here on, even though it's pretty much done. It's never done, but you get it. So I guess I'll introduce you to my car here. Here's my car. It's a little 2001 New Edge, the one everyone hates, the ugly one. But it's a little less ugly, ain't got the front end on it. But yeah, it's a little baby LS, little 4.8, itty bitty, with my little 67, 62s, little turbos. And so, it's all forwards and everything, springs, retainers, all that cookie cutter shit got on there. But what I'm working on now, I got a power glide in it as well. But what I'm working on now is I got started for the first time a couple days ago, and I guess I'll put maybe a clip in if I can find it. But got that started, and I was gonna let it get up to operating temperature, but about 30 seconds in, it started spewing oil everywhere, and I was like, well, there goes another engine. This is it's typical of my luck. But exhibit A, there it is, all that oil just spewed out everywhere. And what had happened was figured out my drain lines just weren't sufficient, so these turbos were actually down. They were down in here. I had this whole thing pivoted down on both sides, and they were down here. And the turbo is actually so low that that's where they were draining to in the pan here, in the Holly pan. And turbos were so low that it wasn't really like a downward angle. It was pretty much just, actually I think it came down a little too far and I had to go back up to the pan. So what was happening is oil would build up, it couldn't drain, and then I was blowing through the turbo seals and just puking oil everywhere. So I decided to reorient the turbos here and reclocked them and everything. I didn't have to change anything either. This still fit, hot side, everything fits perfect. So, and it looks cooler anyways. Now you can actually see the dang things. But yeah, so I got that fixed up. And what I'm doing now, problem after problem. This side, easy, right? Got my drain line here, and then it's gonna go right down to that fitting in the pan there. But the problem is, the reason I had this splitter on here is because if you come over here, I have solid motor mounts, and unfortunately, yeah, blocked right by my mount here is blocked, that little plug, so I can't get any sort of end fitting in there. So, and I didn't want to use the Y because I wanted to be able to drain as good as I can. So what I figured I'd do is I just buy one of those timing covers that has the ports on it for turbos, and I just won't use that side because yeah, a little cramped right there. And that one in the pan on that side works, so I'm just gonna use that one for that turbo, and then block off that when it comes to the male, block off that, and then I'm gonna route from there, bam, right to there, and that should be good, hopefully. So that's what I'm working on now. I got it torn apart again. Only 300th time I've torn this thing apart, but I'll update when I get to it. There he goes. There he is. Come here, little buddy. I will win you over, and you will eat mice for me. All right, I got the first line in on this side with the pan. And that, if that ain't good, I don't know what is, because that is a perfect angle going down the whole way. So that better fix the problem. Of course, I got some air filters because I figured might as well, do the right thing, get some filters. Yep, we'll figure that out. Oh yeah. All right, Gonna pop this one off. Ugly piece of junk anyways. Sweet, there we go. And now I'm just gonna unbolt. I also put down some food and water for the little rabid cat right next to the gas fumes. And if that ain't good enough for him, then he's too fancy for this place. All right, update on the filter. I didn't figure it out. I'm not fixing that. So I'm just gonna get a different type of filter, probably that little mushroom style, because even if I push turbo all the way down here, the filter's just too wide. I mean, too long to fit between there. So I'll figure that out later. But since I reoriented my turbos from over there to over here, now there's all this weight trying to pivot on the headers there. But came up with this idea. Got a little Heim joint here. Just gonna mount it from that bolt there, hang it right there, like perfectly over line of it, and call it good. All right, it's a new day and a new set of problems. I got the new one on, but of course my luck is I had one on each side. My alternator bracket is in the way, so I went ahead and just cut that one off. I'll drill and tap it and put a bolt in there or something later. And I was able to reuse the pre-existing line for the turbo drain. It's a little long, but that should fix my drain issues. So I got a separate drain there and a separate drain on the other side of the pan. So hopefully that fixes it. We'll see. All right, it's a new day and a new set of problems. I got the new one on, but of course my luck is I had one on each side. My alternator bracket is in the way, so I went ahead and just cut that one off. I'll drill and tap it and put a bolt in there or something later. And I was able to reuse the pre-existing line for the turbo drain. It's a little long, but that should fix my drain issues. So I got a separate drain there and a separate drain on the other side of the pan. So hopefully that fixes it. We'll see. Got everything put back together. Guess I'm gonna try to crank her up and see if it fixed the problem. That's running like shit. Well, y'all, I couldn't figure it out. It's doing the same thing. It's pouring oil out of the exhaust. So it's got to be something with the turbos. I don't know what it is. It's the headers are dry, so it's not the engine. It's clearly there's something wrong with the turbos. They're draining fine. I pulled the drain lines off. They're draining fine out the bottom, but for some reason it is puking oil out of them. So I don't know, kind of defeated. A few weeks I'll figure it out, and then I don't know, buy new turbos. If you have any suggestions what it could be, it's just puking oil out of the exhaust. It's blowing through the turbo seals. I don't know if once you blow the seal, if you can't fix it, because I fixed the drain lines and it's still doing the same thing. So any advice would be much appreciated. Thank you.